This is lesson 9-4, estimating quotients. Our essential question, how can you use compatible numbers and rounding to estimate the quotient of mixed numbers? And in this example here, they just rounded 55 8/10 to 56 and 7 42 hundredths to 7, and then they divided 56 divided by 7 is 8. No vocab for this lesson. Okay, example number 1. We have 35 1/3 divided by 6 2/3. Now you get to decide if you want to use rounding or compatible numbers. I think in this example we should use compatible numbers because I see this one, which I would change to 35. And remember, compatible numbers are numbers that are close to those numbers that can be easily divided. Divided by, and then this 6 2/3 would change to 7. And 35 divided by 7 is 5. All right, example number 2. You're going to see something very similar to this on your test. Mrs. James put up a calendar for each month on her bulletin board. She left 1/2 inch of space between each calendar. Each calendar is 11 inches long and 8.5 inches wide. About how many inches along the bulletin board will the calendar use? So it would look something like this, with the first month would be January, and then she would leave a little space, and then February, leave a little space, March, and so on. She wants to do all the months. So we have some useless information in this word problem. We don't need to know how long each calendar is because we're not really talking about the length. We're trying to figure out how many inches across will these calendars take up on her bulletin board. So we have 8.5 inches for each of them, plus the 1/2 inch of space between the calendars, which would be right here. So if we had added that 8.5 for the calendar, plus the 1/2 inch of space, that gives us 9 inches. So we have about 9 inches for each month. And we know that there's 12 months in a year. She's going to have 12 calendars. So we're going to do 9 times 12, which is 108. So it will be about 108 inches along her bulletin board. Okay, example number 3, 24 5/8 divided by 5 4/7. So I want to use compatible numbers again because I want to change 24 5/8 to 25 because that's very close. And I'm going to change 5 4/7 to 5 because again that's close to 5 4/7, and now it's going to be easy for me to divide. 25 divided by 5 is 5. All right, example 4, we have 11 3/8 divided by 3 7/9. So I'm going to change 11 3/8 to 12, and then 3 7/9 to 4. And I could have changed that to 3 also because that would have been a close number too. So when I divide 12 divided by 4, I get 3. Now since these are just estimates, as long as it's something close, then that's okay. Not everybody's estimate has to be exactly the same. All right, you have 3 practice problems. You're just estimating. You can either round the numbers or you can do like I did and use compatible numbers. It's your choice. Don't forget a word problem or a question and rate your understanding.